Ragadirogan satatanushaktan asheshakaya prashitan asheshan autsukyamoharatidan jagana yo purvavaidyaya namostu tasmai. Namaste everyone. We are here back with Professor Ramadas. Today we are discussing the shloka tairbhavedviṣamastīkṣṇo mandaścāgniḥ samaiḥ koṣṭhaḥ krūro mṛdurmadhyo madhyaḥ samairapi. And I'm going to share the screen so that our beloved Ramadas ji can take. This is Ashtanga Hridaya Sutrasthana, chapter 1, shloka 7, depending on how you count.
Yeah, here the sutra wanted to explain how the koṣṭhaḥ, digestive chamber of the people, according to the predominant actions of the doshas. There, taiśca vātādibhiḥ, taihi means by them, vada, pittam and kapha. Puṃso is generally any man, any person. Yathākrameṇā, you should understand that always there is an order in Sanskrit textbooks. If it is vādaha, pittam, kapha is told, everything that which later told, even without mentioning vāda, pitta, kapha, you can understand that the first one is for the vāda, the second one is for the pitta, and the third matter will be for the kapha. In the same order, to get that one, yathākrameṇā, in sequence. Viṣamastīkṣṇa manda, like vata, pittam, kapaha, in sequence, the koṣṭhaḥ is viṣamastīkṣṇa and manda. So for vata, it is vishama, and the pittam, it is tikṣna, and for the kapha, it is manda. So this is about the Agni.
Okay.
Vātādayaśca samuditā eva. When the Vadas are samuditā, having the together, Vada, Pitta, Kapha alone cannot do anything in the body. So automatically samuditā, samam uditā, together works. Śarīrajanane samarthāḥ. Śarīrajanane, to make the body produced as well as worked. Samarthāḥ, able. Single dosha cannot do anything. These three doshas together only do the karma, producing the body as well as the actions that which has to be happen in the body can be done. Ityavaśyaṃ sarvaiḥ eva bhavitavyam. That is why we must know that sarvaiḥ eva bhavitavyam. You should certainly understand that all the three must be there in the human body. Ihatu. Ya ekasya vyapadeśastatrotkarṣo drashtavyah. Then why you have to tell that Vada is having Vishama-agni and Pitta has been Tikṣṇa-agni and Kapha is having Manda-agni? It is very simple, because when you know that there is Agni is Vishama, you can understand that there is one among them is in Utkarsha. Utkarsha means excessive or predominant in his action over there. So that is very much needed for treatment. Thus, identifying who is predominant, who is powerful, who is excess. For that, these instructions are very important. So individual instructions are only to specify which dosha is there more powerful or excess in its quantity or powerful in his action. Vādotkarṣena, in that condition, when the vada is excess, then it is Vishama. When Pitta is in excess, then it is Tikṣṇa. When Kapha is in excess, then it is Manda. This is the order in sequence. Over. First paragraph is over. Second one.
Second paragraph.
Samaiḥ ani utkarsha varjidaihi samaḥ. So what is sama means? It does not decrease. Hani means problem producing. That means it is not less in property. It is not excessive. It is not neither less nor excess. Neither less nor excess. That means it is in the middle. So neither less nor excess of these three doshas when it stay back, then it is called samaḥ. Hope you understood. Lakshanam yesham anga vibhage sharire vakshit. All these Agni's lakshanas are going to be explained in Śarīrajanane. So it will be later coming in that chapter. Here we will call it as the Tantra Yukti is Anāgata Avekṣana. It is not told here. You are supposed to go there and reference and understand. So that is Anāgata Avekṣana. That which is not already told, you are supposed to go to the later portions and you have to understand it. So that is going to be in Ayurveda. So Ashtanga Hridaya, śarīrajanane, third chapter. It is.
Just a second here. Let me inform people that we have a playlist of the Tantra Yukti of our private classes when we are in India together. And you can go in the YouTube and write hashtag Tantra Yukti, that it will appear more than 40 videos explaining different types of Tantra Yukti. Okay, dear. Thank you. Please go on.
Okay. Yeah. So all these lakshanas for this, because Ayurveda is such a science, which from the signs and symptoms only you can understand what is really existing over there. So this all explained in Śarīrajanane. Yaha pajet samyak eva annam idi arabhya yavat chirat pajet iti. That means which is first samyak eva annam arabhya, proper transformation of the food. Therefrom chirat pajet, very slow change of evolution of the food. These all things are being explained. Yatra tu doyoho doshayoho utkarshatvam. Now one dosha they told. Now two doshas if they are utkarsha. Doyoho doshayoho utkarshatvam. The excess or predominance in action is for two doshas. Then what is happening? Tatra sadvaidyena swadiya kalpya. Their understanding, the physician should observe total symptoms, which one is less and which two are in the higher. Then he will tell that, yes, these two doshas are predominant here or excess here, and the third dosha is low here. So total symptoms he will take in that one, which two are powerful. Then we tell that these two are powerful here, excess here, and this single dosha is less. So it is the ability of the physician to identify if two doshas have to be involved, found to be involved in the balancing of the fire or the koṣṭhaḥ svabhava. Yatha vātādabiḥ utkarshe. If vāda and pitta is joining, there is a speciality, special nature for the vāda and pitta when they join. The vāda always try to promote the action of pitta, because there is a property for the vāda. It is called yogavahi. Yogavahi is a special property of the vāda. He can always promote the ability of the person who stay along with him. Here the pitta is along with vāda. So the vāda promote the action of pitta over there. That is why automatically where there is vāda pitta combination comes, there the agni will be always tikṣṇa. Because the pittam become more and more stronger over there. That is tikṣṇa. That is the only combination where the vāda is acting as yogavahi. Vāda kapayoho, and you go for the vāda kapa, there also the kapa is manta. So promoting kapa's property, so there will be manta. But kapa pitta yoho utkarshe, if you take kapa and pitta, both are not yogavahis. So ahara visheshavadāt, kadājit tikṣṇah, kadājit manta. If you give the food that which is more similar property in pitta, then you can find out the agni will be tikṣṇa. If you are giving more kapha guna ahara, then it will be manda. Such a way only you can find out when kapha and pitta. But when vata joins with pitta, it will be tikṣṇa. When vada joins with kapha, then it is manda. Because vada always have a nature of promoting the action of the other one which accompany it over.
So in pitta kapha, the food itself will be an important factor, and in vata pitta or in vata kapha, it's not going to make difference.
Yeah. No doubt.
Okay. 3.
Now, taihi vātādibhiḥ, when you take the vāda, pittam and kapha, yathākrameṇāgnirviṣamastīkṣṇo, krūro. Here is the koṣṭhaḥ he is telling. Till now, he was speaking about Agni. Now he is speaking about koṣṭhaḥ. Koṣṭhaḥ is the nature of digestive chamber. Because you know well that when there is koṣṭhaḥ, there the importance of Agni and Apya is equally important. So, how much water is present, how much Agni is present, accordingly, the nature of the koṣṭhaḥ, the nature of the conversion of the food will be taking place. So, when yathākrameṇāgnirviṣamastīkṣṇo, when vata is predominant, you know that pada's properties, tatra ruksho legushida, rukshatva. That is why there will be krūro koṣṭhaḥ. That means very less Apya content. So, the koṣṭhaḥ will be more krūra in his nature. When you go for pittam, he will be mṛdu in nature because there is fire, excessive fire, tikṣna fire. So automatically, because of the more Agni in pitta, it will make a more mṛdu in nature, the koṣṭhaḥ. When you go for the kapha, it is in between vata and pittam because it is having both the properties of vata as well as kapha in a partial. That's why it will be madhyaḥ, in between vada's nature and in between and pitta's nature. Vada is krūra, pitta is mṛdu. In between, the kapha will come for its koṣṭhaḥ conditions. Vādotkarṣena, when the vata is excess, krūro koṣṭhaḥ. When you say krūro koṣṭhaḥ, it is very clear that the koṣṭhaḥ will be very dry in nature. Pittotkarṣena mṛduhu. There the Agni is more, that is why it will be mṛdu in nature. Kapotkarṣena, generally, when you say kapha, the jala predominance you have to say, but in this condition it will not come. It will be in between vata and mṛdu because balanced Agni will be there in a one way when you compare kapha with the pitta. When you go for the vata, it will be just above krūratvam, just above the not completely dry, little bit. That's why it is called madhyaḥ. So Agni will be taken from the pitta side and the dryness Apya will be according to the increased Apya compared to kapha, compared to vata, and decreased the Agni when you compare with pitta. That's why it comes the madhya level, the koṣṭhaḥ of kapha. I hope you understood.
The hydratation.
Actually, the nature of stool is considered to be the real symptom, one of the symptoms to identify how the koṣṭhaḥ is. If pitta, it will not be too much formed. If it is vada, it will be more dry, it will fall down, it will be easily getting powdered. If it is kapha, it will be formed, but little bit snigdhara will be there. This is the nature.
Yes.
Now, in this book itself, krūradīnām lakshanam, the signs, how the krūro koṣṭhaḥ, how the madhya koṣṭhaḥ, how the mṛdu koṣṭhaḥ, which is explained in Vamana Virejana Adhyaya, that is 18th chapter after Sneha Vidhi and the Sweda Vidhi. There is a chapter called Vamana Virejana Vidhi. There everything is explained in detail. Now, samaiḥ vātādibhiḥ kadam madhya koṣṭhaḥ, now the contradiction comes. If vada, pittam and kapha are sama, then how can you call it as madhya koṣṭhaḥ? Because madhya koṣṭhaḥ is generally given for the kapha. So then how the balanced one can be called madhya koṣṭhaḥ? So then the question comes, samanam vādādīnām madhye dvayoho vādavittayoho swam swam krūro koṣṭhatvam mṛdu koṣṭhaḥam lakṣanākhyam ca viruddham. You see, when you take all the three, there if you consider vata is krūra, pitta is mṛdu. Krūra and mṛdu are opposite in nature. Both of them will be viruddha. That's why both cannot stay together. Krūra and mṛdu cannot stay together. So both will getting cancelled. So who alone is there? Kapha alone is there. What is the nature of kapha? That is madhyatva. That is why when the three doshas are in balance, the krūrada of vada and mṛdutva of the pitta, both of them cannot stay in one place because opposite properties. So both of them will be cancelled. Only kapa's property, madhyatvam, will alone. That is why it is madhya koṣṭhaḥ. Even though the koṣṭhaḥ is madhya in nature, the karma or the shodhana karma for these two madhya koṣṭhas, kapa alone madhya koṣṭhaḥ, is different from the sama dosha madhya koṣṭhaḥ. Chikitsa is different, shamana chikitsa is different, shodhana chikitsa is different, but the term can be taken as madhya koṣṭhaḥ at the end. That is the explanation here. Saha anayoho madhye madhyamam mritim asritya stitva ne egenapi saha viruddhate. When madhyatvam comes, automatically it will not contradict with krūra, it will not contradict with mṛdu, and it can never be contradicted with kapa. So that is why such a madhya is used for the samadosha. Don't consider that samadosha madhya is equal to kapa predominant madhya. It can never be. I hope you understood.
Yes.
Okay.
The thickness of madhya kapha is not the same of madhya sama. Okay. So after I change the mantra, I will continue with my view on this subject, but I'm not going to hold you here, dear. Thanks for your exposition. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Om Shanti 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 Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om. Take care, dear. Have a nice rest.
Bye. Bye.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Yes, sure.
So, in this shloka, I think I have to say a little words. Almost all the places included in this commentary, there is a tendency to say that the madhya is similar to, of kapha is similar to the madhya of the samagni, of the properly regulated agni. And we are discussing previously to the YouTube live session. And Professor Arunadatta explained from the difference that one will go to Vaman, another one will go to Virechana, but I would like to say two things about Madhya Koṣṭhaḥ Kapha. The first thing is that the stools are sticky in the sense that they are not fully clean. When you have sama koṣṭhaḥ, sama agni, you should not have to clean your anus after passing stools, because it's to be so well packed that it doesn't leave anything on the anus, so you don't need to clean yourself because it's already clean. Maybe this from a Western point of view is kind of curious, but if you look to cats, when they produce stools or dogs, and the stools are perfect, the anus is not dirty, dirt, whatever. And the second aspect of Madhya Koṣṭhaḥ, of kapha, is that there is a sensation that there was not a full movement of the bowels are not felt as full empty. It's just like half baked. There is the sensation that some part, 50%, 70%, whatever, pass through, but there is still some sensation of heaviness and sluggishness. Okay? This is a very important topic, so I allowed myself to speak a little bit. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Dhanvantaraye Amrita Kalashahastaya Sarvamaya Vinashanaya Trailokyanataya Sarveshwaraya Om Shri Mahavishnave Namah. Namaste.